lowering your head and opening your eyes. Good morning. So I've been running a bit more the past week, so I thought we'd go through a classic runner's yoga session, or yoga for sport. So obviously it's the same for everybody, whether you've been active or not, but these poses in particular will help if you've got tight hips and hamstrings, quads. So we're going to start in down dog, child's pose, Balasana. Knees wide, toes touching, forehead onto the mat, but keep your arms and the muscles engaged. So lift your forearms, press your palms in. And then as you press the palms down, slide them away from you. Feel that stretch through your spine. And then the action of tucking your tailbone down a little, stretching through the hips. Inhale, come forward into tabletop. So you want knees under, tuck your toes under, so knees under hips. Take your palms forward and come into puppy pose. So now your hips stay above your knees, but you're going to bring your forehead to the mat. So if that's uncomfortable through the shoulders, then you can put your head on a block or a rolled up towel. You want to tip your tailbone up and press through the palms, slide them away from you. That's opening through the shoulders. Inhale, come up, walk the hands back. And then our classic cat-cow. So as you inhale, you can follow your own breath. So tip your tailbone up, look up. And then as you exhale, tucking the tailbone under, relax the head down, press up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale. Exhale. And then come to walk to the front of the mat. So we're going to do 4 times Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salute A, standing in mountain. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, looking up. Exhale, palms down, rolling into plank. Drop your knees if you need to, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, tuck your toes, lifting the hips up into Down Dog. Take 3 breaths. Really feeling into the back body, this lovely stretch if you've been active or even sitting a lot in your chair. Inhale, look forward, come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward, lifting up through the tailbone. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, so look up, extend the spine, squeeze your core. Even here, feel the backs of the thighs stretching as you lift your tailbone up. Exhale, bend your knees, palms down, step back. Roll into plank. Check your hands are placed well, index finger forward. Squeeze the arms, the forearms towards each other, lowering to cobra or up dog. Press the pubic bone down, draw the elbows towards your waist. Exhale, tuck your toes, lifting up into down dog. Take 3 breaths here, and you can move as you feel the need. So here, if you still want to paddle the heels a little or roll your knees under you to wake up the hips. And inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift up through the thighs. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana, tip the tailbone up, extend through the core and the spine. Step back. Roll into plank. Lower to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift your hips into down dog. Take 3 breaths. Make sure you're pressing into the index finger and the thumb so you're not rolling onto the outside of the wrist. And inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees. Come forward to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more for luck. Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale. Uttanasana, fold. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Step back. Roll into plank. Lower through Chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. 3 breaths. Use this as your time to regain your breath. Taking the breath in nice and deep. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. So bending, so feet are hip distance apart, bend your knees, take your fingertips to the outside of your feet. Take your right foot back, runner's lunge. So bring the left knee above the left ankle, lift up through the right thigh. So you want to be right up onto the toes on the back foot. Squeeze, so you're scissoring the thighs to the midline, and then extend your chest forward. Exhale. Drop the back knee, flatten the foot, come up into a low lunge. So that's where you gently sink the hips. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, bring the right arm up, lifting up the right hand and then leaning over to the left. Keep the hips sinking. And exhale, palms down. Tuck the right toes under, come back into runner's lunge. So you can come up onto your fingertips. Sink through the left knee, squeeze the thighs towards each other. Then place the right palm down, so it's hip distance, shoulder distance apart from the foot. And now you're going to squeeze the thighs to the midline, lift up through the back thigh, and revolve The right side of the chest coming towards the thigh, left side of the rib cage opening, lift up the top hand for a twist. If the shoulders are too uncomfortable, you can't get enough of the rotation, you can just leave your left hand on the thigh. Squeeze those thighs towards each other, don't let the left knee roll out. And then exhale, palms down, bring the right foot next to the left. Hands to your hips, squeeze your elbows towards each other, squeeze your thighs and your core coming up. Inhale, bring your arms up. First you're going to clasp your hands, roll the palms up, so standing in mountain, and then press the palms up. Lift up your kneecaps, lift up your pelvic floor, navel to spine, excuse me, and then you're going to lean over to the left and let your right hip press out to the side. Inhale, come back up, other side. Feel that side stretch. Come back up, and then you're going to take hold of, so the right hand takes hold of the left wrist. Lift up, and again, pressing the left hip out, and pulling through that top arm, so we're side stretch, but also feeling stretch through the shoulder and the arms. So now change the grip to the other hand, lift up, the hips press out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend your knees. On your fingertips beside your toes, take the left foot back, runner's lunge. Right knee above right ankle. Lift up through the back thigh. See how high you can come on. So you want the heel almost pointing directly up to the ceiling, and don't let that back knee bend. So you want to lift strongly, squeeze the thighs towards each other. Reach the chest forward, draw your shoulder blades down your back. And exhale, drop the left knee down, flatten the foot, come up into low lunge. Sinking the hips. Relax your shoulders. This lovely opening through the psoas, front of the hip, the strong hip flexor. You'll stretch on the quads. Inhale, left arm up. Lift the left arm. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze the thighs towards each other, and then leaning over to the right. Lovely stretch out of this left hip. Inhale. Coming forward, so you're going to come back into runner's lunge. Lift the back thigh. So feet are hip distance apart. Bend through the right knee above right ankle. Place the left palm down. Shoulder width apart from the foot. Squeeze the thighs towards each other and then start to revolve. You can keep the right hand on the right thigh. You want length in the spine. Feel how you need to lift up through the back leg, sink through the right knee, revolve. If you can, you'll lift the top arm up. Don't let that right knee roll out. Exhale. Fingertips down. Bring the left foot next to the right. Hands to hips. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Lift up through the thighs. And coming up to stand. Then taking your feet wide. Turn your big toes slightly inwards so the outside edge of your feet are parallel. Hands to hips. Lift up through the thighs. So feel the pelvic floor lift. You're squeezing your shins, your thighs towards each other, then lifting up through your core. Relax your shoulders. And then inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to tip your tailbone up and start to fold or reach the chest forward. Pull up strongly through the thighs. If you need a little micro bend in your knees to help release a bit of tension through the hamstrings, then see what feels good for you. But try not to take the hips back. You want hips over ankles. Squeeze your core, exhale, reach your fingertips down so you can come to the block. That helps keep the spine long, so draw the shoulder blades down your back, gaze is down, lift the tailbone up, and then squeeze your core, start to curl inwards. If you can, your palms will be on the floor, draw your elbows towards each other. You're trying to reach the top of the head towards the mat, so bring your weight towards the balls of your feet. And as you press your palms down, slide them back if you can between, so the fingertips are in line with your toes, and then push the palms towards the top of your mat or the edge of your mat, so you'll feel how that helps. Bring your weight more forward, squeeze. Inhale, come up onto fingertips. Exhale here, pull up through the thighs, hands to hips, gazes down, take one breath, and draw the shoulder blades or elbows towards each other, and then lifting up, heel toe, your feet towards each other, and we're going to come in the front of the mat. Inhale, take the left foot back, but we're going to be like warrior one, feet. So feet hip distance apart, right foot pointing towards the top of the mat, left foot slightly forward. Then we're going to come into warrior one. So sink, turn the hips to the front, sink through the right knee, press through the back heel. To bring the hips towards the front, so nice strengthening pose through the front thigh. Opening through the hip flexor, stretching through the back calf. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then press the palms together, or James Bond fingers, look up. That's a lift through the chest, squeeze the core, sink through the hips. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, humble warrior. So you can either have just the fingers reaching behind you, or you can clasp your hands together. So you're trying to sink through the right knee and relax the head and shoulders on the inside of the thigh. So try not to come down too heavy on the thigh. Lift your arms up behind you. Then inhale, reach the chest forward, squeeze the thighs to the midline. Coming up. And then we'll step to the front of the mat, and then you're going to do other side. Take the right foot back, feet hip distance apart, right toes pointing towards the coming forward. Sink through the left knee, warrior one on the left side. Sinking through the left knee, lift up through the right thigh. Really strong through the back calf, that hip flexor. So now sinking the hips, bringing this right side of the hip forward. Inhale, bring your arms up. Reach up through the arms, lift up through the chest. Sink your hips, curl through the upper back. So drawing your shoulders away from your ears, look up at your thumbs. Inhale, and then exhale, humble warrior. So here, you'll need to settle the hips more, drive through the back leg to keep your balance. Relax your head, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Sink through the left knee. Then inhale, coming up, step, feet together. Come to sit on the mat. And we're going to do a twist. So firstly, legs straight. Then you're going to bring the right leg over the left, but keep the left leg strong. So flex at the ankle, press the back of the thigh down and don't let the foot just roll out to the side. So you want the toes and knee pointing directly up. Okay, taking the right hand behind you, inhale, lift, press through the sitting bones, press the sole of the foot, the left foot away from you, and then hug your left arm around the knee, lift up, squeeze that knee towards your chest, lift, 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 and then revolve to look behind you. Inhale, look back to center. Exhale, release, other side. Flex the feet, and inhale, bring left over right. So try not to be on the side of the foot. Trying to press even the big toe down. Take the left hand behind you. Hug the knee, lift up, drop the left shoulder away. Squeeze the thigh, look behind you. Keeping length in the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the feet. Take your feet wide, and you might want to roll up a towel or have your hips just up a little on a cushion if your hamstrings are really tight. Now we're going to come into Janu Sirsasana. So this is to bend the left leg, press the sole of the foot against the thigh. So this is our seated tree pose. So same thing as if you're stamping the right foot against the wall, pressing the back of that thigh down. Inhale, lift up through your chest. So press through your sitting bones and trying to soften through this side. So if you need a rolled up towel to help, if that thigh is kind of dangling in midair, to help release through the hip, and just pop that under or cushion under your thigh. Inhale, lift your arms up. Lift up, press the palms together, and as you lift, revolve, and exhale, fold towards the left leg. So you can't reach the foot, then just have your hands beside you. So keep pushing through the sole of the foot, relaxing through the right thigh, the left thigh. Then you're going to fold, but keeping the chest coming towards the foot. So you want length in the spine and squeeze your core. Inhale, lifting up, arms come up, come back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center, changing legs. Okay, softening through that thigh. You lift up through your core. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, revolve. So you then fold over the right leg, the left leg. Keep strength in that straight leg. Squeeze the thigh against the foot. Keep your chest coming forward. So try not to, even if your arms can reach your foot, fine, but we're trying not to pull with the arms. We're trying to use our core. Relax your head and shoulders, then inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come to sit, feet on the floor, knees bent. Take your hands to the back of your thighs. Inhale, lift up your chest, squeeze your pelvic floor, lifting it, squeeze the navel to the spine, and then lean back, keeping the chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. Right, so come into Ardha Navasana, half boat. So you want your shins parallel with the mat. Spread your toes, release your arms if you can. If not, you can keep holding, but keep that lift in the chest. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. 6, 5, 4, keep breathing. Relax your jaw. 2, 1. Cross at the ankles. Press your palms in beside your hips. Little squeeze, lift the hips up. And then coming straight back into Ardha Navasana. Spread the toes. Lift the chest. Release your arms. Breathe nice and slow and deep. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles the other way. Lift your hips and come to lie on the mat with your knees bent. So cross the right knee over the left, squeeze the thighs towards each other, take your arms wide, and then lift your hips, take them to the left slightly, and lift up your knees, roll them into the right armpit, look over to the left. Squeeze the thighs in towards each other, inhale, lift them up, place the foot down, uncross, cross left over right. Inhale, lift the hips to the right a little, and then lift the knees, roll towards the left armpit, look over to the right, trying to ground through the shoulders. And if it's too intense, you can uncross the legs. Just getting that gentle rotation through the spine. Then inhale, bring your knees back up. So hug your knees in, and draw little circles with the knees to massage the lower back. And then the other way. And then spread the knees, draw them either side of the rib cage. Relax your shoulders. Happy baby, lift your heels up. So bend the knees, lift the heels, bring your arms on the inside to take the outside edge of your foot with your hands. So spread the heels and draw your knees, your thighs down beside your ribs. And then try to lower your sacrum a little towards the mat so you're not right on the curve of your spine. Happy baby, so you can rock here a little. Lovely stretch for the thighs and the hips. Okay, inhale, release the feet, cross the ankles, hug the knees in, start to bring your chin to your knees and start to rock yourself up onto your shoulders and come to sit. Hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste. Have a lovely day, everyone.